Hello, everybody. It's me, Joshua, and I've been here in Thailand for just over 3 months now. It's been about 100 days, and I haven't really been meditating much like I used to back when I was in America. So I recently signed up for the video series with Kyle Cease, Deep Down, and I've watched a few videos so far, and it's so amazing that it's inspired me to start up my meditation practice. So I've decided to do something that I saw him do one time a year ago, and I thought it was really amazing and inspirational. So I just finished first day for meditating 30 minutes this morning, and I'm going to continue to meditate every day for the next 100 days for 30 minutes and then post a short video online sharing some insight about what I've learned. So this is really more for myself than anybody else, but if someone else can learn something from what I have, then even better. So one of the things that I was really thinking about this morning is the thoughts that I have and how many of them can bring me down because they're based in this place of fear where what if I don't have enough money, or what if I can't stay in Thailand and I have to go back to America? What if everybody thinks that I'm just totally crazy? And actually, that's something that I've heard a lot throughout my life. Many people have told me that I'm just crazy or weird, and many years ago, that used to really bother me because I didn't want them to think that I was like this, or maybe I thought that they were actually right. And as time went on in my life and I learned to accept myself a little bit more, I realized that it doesn't matter what other people think or say about me. It only matters what I think. And even these thoughts that I have that are telling me this way or that way, thoughts aren't good or bad. Everybody thinks. You can't stop your mind from thinking. So some people might have this idea that meditation is about learning how to shut off your mind so you no longer think. Well, it doesn't work that way. You're always going to have thoughts. The more you meditate, maybe the thoughts become spaced out further, but they're still going to come up. So it's learning to see that the thoughts actually aren't me. I'm just the space that is seeing these thoughts. And so when you have a thought, it's okay, and you learn to love yourself no matter what the thought is that comes up. So instead of having all this resistance to what it is that you're thinking and that it's bad, I'm not supposed to be afraid that I won't get the job, or that the girl doesn't like me, or that I'll never be successful. It's okay, but when you have this resistance that these thoughts aren't okay, that's when you really have the problems. It's not normal to dwell on these thoughts about anxiety and depression. These feelings are part of life. Everybody can't stay at the high level all the time. They're active and energetic and outgoing and this or that, but then eventually you use up all that energy and you go back down. And so you might be feeling awesome and gung-ho for a couple days or a week or something, and then you complete that project, or you go out on the date and you really connect with this person, or you win the Olympics, or whatever it is, and then afterwards you go back down because that was it for now, and you're like, oh man, what's going on? I'm not supposed to feel this way, right? I gotta be up. No, it's not like that. We need time to relax and to be with ourselves. If you don't take the time to recharge with yourself, every day, then how can you be able to help other people? Now, there's so many of us that really are interested in helping other people, and that's great. I think the more that we learn to help each other, the more that we can enjoy the life that we go through. But if you don't take the time for yourself, then you can never really be of service to others. And if you let what other people tell you or what you tell yourself get you down, then you're even at a worse place. So one of the things that I learned from watching these videos is to not try and fight against the thoughts that come up, but instead speak your thoughts out loud. And then when you get to the point where you feel stuck or you don't know what comes next, you say, and I love that. And by learning to love these thoughts that you have, it opens up the space for more creativity and possibility. So and I love that. And so it's really amazing that we have this opportunity to do whatever it is that we want in our life. You don't have to go to work at the job every day just because you think that you have to. Everybody says that money's not the most important thing in life. So why is it that so many people go to jobs that they hate or they don't want to be there? Maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds to me like people are going to these jobs because they feel like they have to. They need the money, and I get it. The world that we live in is it's very difficult to get by when you have little to no money at all, especially when you're in a big city. It becomes a lot harder. The further you are from a city, the less you need money to survive, but then along with that, it also becomes more difficult to make money. So it's it's not some easy thing. But what if instead of trying to focus on how much money we're making, instead we focus on doing what it is that we love? What if you could wake up every day and say, I love what I'm doing. I'm so glad that I get to do this kind of work because it's fulfilling. So that's one of the reasons that I came to Thailand, because I was feeling like it was too much for me to try and stay in America and pay the high cost of living when I wasn't really sure what to do at this point in my life, and I had more extra money than any time before. So I decided that I would come here as a way to give myself more time to figure it out. Okay, sorry, we got the construction crew outside. It's not an earthquake. Everything's okay. So I guess I'm just going to wrap it up right now. You guys might have a hard time understanding what it is. So I'm here in Thailand, and it's been the most amazing experience of my whole life over the past few years, really. And I am going to keep this momentum going because I know that I have the power to do whatever I want, really, and so does everyone. But we're stuck in this system that tells us otherwise. That there's these rules that you have to follow. You can't do things this way because you'll be laughed at, or you'll go to jail, or whatever. And or if you don't do this, then you'll die. But I like to think about what it says. There's a quote from the Bible. I don't know exactly what it's like, but it talks about how there's all the animals in the world. They don't worry about where they're going to get their next meal from, or what clothes they're going to put on their body. But yet humans have this way of dealing with this terrible anxiety. What if I don't get enough money? How am I going to be able to pay my bills and have enough food to eat for myself and my children? But if all of the other animals are taken care of, they can survive without having to worry about where the next meal comes from. Why can't humans do that? And I think we can. We have that same innate ability within ourselves to go through life and be happy and not worry about what is going to happen next. But to do that, you need to learn how to connect with yourself first and not be so focused on the outside world. And until you do that, it's just, you're going to be stuck in the place like I was for many years, and it's not really a good place to be. I know it. I hated it, and now I have been working on this stuff for many years, and it's helped me a lot, and I want to keep going. I'm ready to see what amazing things the world still has in store coming up next. So that's it for now. If you like this video, feel free to comment, or if it was helpful, please share it with other people, because that's what this is about. The more we can connect with ourselves and do what we really want to do, then other people can start doing this too, and it's going to make life that much more enjoyable. Thank you.